The New York Post says that the new dating trend is love bombing and everything is awful about dating again. So you may remember that we go through these trends of dating where things like ghosting will be a thing, and everyone's talking about ghosting. Ghosting is when you just stop talking to someone and you turn into a ghost and haunt them in their dreams. And then there's also breadcrumbing, which is where you lead children to a candy house. Breadcrumbing is
I wish that those were the actually.
Breadcrumbing is where a member of a romantic relationship doesn't necessarily stop all the communication, but they'll throw things out there here and there so you can't really move on. And now people across the world, they're love bombing. What is love bombing? Well, actually, apparently it's very unhealthy, and we're gonna break it down for you. Love bombing is a form of romantic manipulation in which your partner showers you with love from the get-go, only to have things go south fast. So psychiatrist Dale Archer explained in Psychology Today that this is what happens when someone tries to win your affection. They love you, they're giving you all these gifts, all this attention, and then they immediately flip the switch and they turn to be actually quite not so kind to you. The danger with love bombing is that things are moving at such a fast pace and your feelings for the person are so incredibly heightened, it becomes easy to overlook some red flags in the beginning. Communication with your new bae is so constant that you don't even have time to take a minute and assess whether or not this is a healthy relationship. So basically you're so swept up that you're overwhelmed by the time that they show you their true colors. You have all these conflicting emotions because they have treated you so well, and maybe you're just going through a dry spell, you gotta work through it. Now, this behavior, they say, according to Dale Archer, the psychiatrist, is typical of narcissistic or sociopathic people. Yikes.
Yeah.
And that this is also a form of abuse. Going on to say the important thing to remember about love bombing is that it is psychological partner abuse, period. When one person intentionally manipulates and exploits another's weakness or insecurity, there's no other word for it.
Yeah.
So, Amir.
So this isn't like a new trend. This has existed for a long time. I've known people who've done this to me. I know this people that do this to other people.
But this is what happens this is what happens in the age of the internet, where people, this is something that we've seen before in relationships. And then one guy somewhere will come up with a word for him and he's like, it's a love bomb, it's a love bomb.
They're labeling
it,
behaviors
and then
that
it
have
becomes,
existed.
And then it has like the clickbaity sort of captions like, have you been love bombed?
Yeah.
It sounds like a bath bomb from one of those like bath companies, like it's the love bomb. Except with this, it would just be like really passive aggressive text messages exploding in your bathtub.
Yeah, I'm immune to this. I'm immune to love bombs because I have so many emotional walls built around me that when someone drops that much love on me that I don't know, I immediately go into my shell. I'm like, this is not right. This is not how people should be. Like, get away from me. There's you have some sort of agenda.
So you're immune to being love bombed.
Yeah.
Definitely. This is definitely interesting.
How could you trust anyone that's that nice and is giving you that much attention that fast?
Right, Amir, I'm with you 100%.
I'm more comfortable around a little insecurity. I need my friends to be.
Well, that's where you lose me. But where I'm with you is that ultimately what love bombing is something that we've seen since the beginning of relationships, which is games. People play games. The Backstreet Boys wrote a whole song about it. It's called "Quit Playing Games with My Heart," and it documents an abusive, manipulative. I actually haven't heard that song in so long. I have no idea what it's about. But they do say games in the title, and the point is that people will always, when they're in an unhealthy relationship, toy around with emotions, and it seems like love bombing is just a new name for what people have been doing in the sense of that honeymoon period that's too good to be true. Honestly, kind of reminds me of The Bachelorette and Dr. Brian.
Oh my God, you and Dr. Brian.
He's Dr. Abs actually, which is worse. I wish he was Dr. Brian, but doesn't go by that.
Just squash the beef.
I can't. I want to talk to him. I want him to sit there, and so I have questions. Anyway, so what I think is that you have these relationships that are sort of too good to be true, they're too sweet, and then they immediately sort of flip the switch. And
yeah, because the person that's dropping the bombs, they can't keep that facade up.
It's not sustainable. It's not healthy. We see this before in couples where they're all over each other for the first 3 months, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, I don't know, she's crazy. Like she gets so jealous sometimes, but like it's really good and we will work it out. Like we have to work it out. I'm like, no, there was an unhealthy foundation to begin with. I know you know who I'm talking about. In any case, love bombing is the new name for the fad, but this is really the fad.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it's not a fad. I catch myself saying things like that sometimes. Like, this should not be a fad. Remember,
it's not a fad.
Find
This is
someone that
a
treats
personality type that does this.
Find someone that treats
and
you
they
consistently
have their
well.
own emotional issues. So that you guys, people who are dropping love bombs, go get help.
Yeah, go get help. And just you find someone that loves you consistently, that is kind to you, that speaks to you with kind words.
Dude, you just be yourself. I know it's how cliche it is to say, but
Are you gonna say be yourself?
Yes, be yourself. Like, you should be polite when you're trying to date and be nice to the person, but like, don't go over the top and try to be someone that you're not. Because it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. You're not gonna be able to hold up that personality that you think is the winning personality, you know?
Guys, no.
No, don't, okay, or according to Grace, try the Grace method, don't be yourself.
No, be yourself.
Be exactly who society wants you to be.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
You monster.
Put your comments in the description below.
Go do that.
Yeah.
Put your comments,
do this
guys.
thing. Great stuff Grace says. Goodbye, good video.
Bye, subscribe to this channel, we'll see you next time.